those cities versus the cities we see certainly in the Inland Empire, like Rancho or Corona, or frankly most mid-sized cities in the West Coast. So we talked about what does it mean to rebuild a legacy city, covered some of those things like the importance of public partnerships and alignment of goals and objectives between major institutional players. We talked about playing to your core strengths, and one of those in legacy cities is the historic downtown core. And we talked about the importance of strategic incrementalism and an economic strategy that doesn't look at big ideas and silver bullet solutions and large projects, but builds based upon core strengths, leveraging competitive advantages, and strategically building out and building upon those to resuscitate a failed market. And we particularly talked about in the downtown area, went through some of those strategies and the next steps, and a lot of exciting things coming up for the city that look forward, hopefully, with people here to be involved.
And one more thing, Jim, before you walk away, I just want to ask you to review a little bit about what you said about the Carousel Mall. There's a lot of people, including the staff and employees here at Kcaa, are kind of interested in what's going on there.
Well, sure. So there's going to be some important decisions made. In fact, on October 17th, there's been a recommendation going forward to the council on a development partner that would be selected to partner with the city on the redevelopment of that site. That's the first step. At the end of the year, we will have completed our dissolution process, and the city can commence the reuse of the properties like the Carousel Mall, like the vacant retail spaces around Theater Square, and begin moving on those and using those assets in that strategic incrementalism that we talked about in terms of taking the available space, incubating the market that wants to be in those spaces. 500,000 people come to the Theater Square every year, and building back into the Carousel Mall site in a strategic way that results in a set of uses there like housing, office, retail that we all want to see and know is critical to revitalize downtown.
That's very encouraging, and we're glad to hear that, Jim. And, you know, I hear nothing but great comments from the visitors to Theater Square and our great new theater in downtown San Bernardino, and we're encouraged that Carousel Mall might actually have a little bit of life, maybe in a different form, but a new little bit of life. So thank you for taking the time to interview with us, Mr. Morris.
Absolutely. Glad to be here, Mark. Thanks.
And thank you, Tobin, for corralling Mr. Morris for us. We appreciate that.
Yeah, exciting times, right? I mean, the Carousel Mall and Theater Square. I mean, the Regal Theater has been such a godsend for our city, and California Theater, it's so busy. Now we just have to capitalize on it. And it sounds like the city's got some plans, and we're pulling partners together. It's an exciting time to be in San Bernardino.
Great time to be in San Bernardino. And speaking of great time to be in San Bernardino, I have the great Joe Britt on the other microphone here, and he's going to interview Abigail Medina. Thank you.
What an excellent afternoon we're having here at the summit, and I am with Abigail Medina. Abigail is running for the 40th district as a Assemblyperson, right? Assemblywoman you're running for. Right. Now we go back a ways, and your policies are great. Tell me this: is this a pie in the sky we're having today? This meet, is it all for naught? What do you think about it?
Thank you, Joe Brett. Actually, one of the things that we're doing here, this is a positive movement. We need to have a new vision for San Bernardino. And one of the presentations, and that's one thing that I've always known, is we have to increase home ownership. If you look at, they were actually doing a presentation, over 50% are renters, and we want to praise that, but we also want to increase home ownership and increasing businesses as well. And one of the ideas that is going to grow San Bernardino is creating the small businesses here, bringing in the youth, bringing in the college students here to downtown San Bernardino, which will create an urban city. And we have to start from those areas in the city of San Bernardino. In our district, I'm also a school board member for the San Bernardino Unified School District, we gave ourselves permission in helping the most neediest. And what we found is that after helping those, actually helped every other student. And actually, since the first time since the 70s, we've actually beat the graduation requirements countywide. And this is something to praise. And if you look at it, how we can do that with the city of San Bernardino is also the same thing, looking at how we can help those that are struggling and bringing them into the job market, bringing them into entrepreneurship, growing the city that way, and also increasing home ownership. We'll create a city-loving citizens as well as an environment where we are going to grow.
There you have it, folks. This is Joe Britt. I'm talking to new blood right now. That's new blood that's coming into the city. I am so pleased that we are here at the summit, and we're talking to all these folks. Now, let's see if we can put them in overdrive and go forward and help our city grow. San Bernardino, let's become the major city that we once were. Back to you, Mark.
Yeah, San Bernardino is my hometown, and I'm really rooting for San Bernardino. And I got to tell you, for the people out there that are listening, and a lot of people that have, not had an encouraging word to say about San Bernardino, that time is changing. That old song is old. It's all about helping San Bernardino up. My diplomas and my college degrees all say San Bernardino on them. My resume has San Bernardino all over it. My family is from San Bernardino. San Bernardino is an all-American city, and we've got all-American heart. And that's what we're seeing today here at the San Bernardino Summit. Lots of heart, lots of encouragement, and lots of great prosperity. And like I said in my earlier presentation on the air, there's an $83,000 difference between buying a home, an average median home in San Bernardino, and in Riverside. There's deals here. There's bargains here. Come buy the houses in San Bernardino. Make your home in this all-American city. It's got great weather today. It has great weather most of the time. It's got great scenery and mountains and lots of great activities. San Bernardino is a great place to live. And to all other complications or notions, rather, I should say, Carousel Mall is still open. There are people making their living. There are small businesses in that. There is great food. And come to the Carousel Mall, support San Bernardino, support his events, and be a positive energy and a positive force for change. And that's what's happening here today. I'm Mark Westwood reporting live from the San Bernardino Summit here at 4th and D Streets at the American Sports University Theater, at the Old Fox Theater here. And I will turn it back to you, Di. This is the station leaves no listener behind, Kcaa 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
All we've got is this moment.
KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM proudly announces our Inland Empire Ad Club's nomination of KCAA as Station of the Year for 2015. KCAA serving the greater San Bernardino Riverside area.
Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper, now in the IE.
This is KCAA.
In the mood for some great Chinese food? Well, Mr. Yu's Chinese Food is where you need to be. Mr. Yu's Chinese Food not only has a delicious dinner menu, they also offer delicious lunch specials including their yummy fried rice and chow mein. But get this, it also includes any two items just for $5.85. Or you can get any one item for only $4.85. You should also try their Big Bowl special for just $4.10. The service is fast and friendly. Mr. Yu's Chinese Food is located at 256 Carousel Mall in San Bernardino, California. To contact Mr. Yu's Chinese Food, call 909-383-0195. Again, that's 909-383-0195. And yes, the Carousel Mall is still open.
That's right.
We found the problem with your car.
And
Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
what?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-5300 387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
Join KCAA Radio and the Savacito Sunday Squad for the second annual Trunk or Treat Sunday, November 1st at the Carousel Mall from 5 till 9. It's an extra day of trick-or-treating for the kids in a safe environment. All car clubs are invited to bring candy and to participate in the car decorating contest. There will also be a costume contest for all age groups. Tell your friends and make plans for the second annual Trunk or Treat at the Carousel Mall Sunday, November 1st, 5 till 9, sponsored in part by KCAA.
If you're a business owner, retiree, or you are about to retire, then you can't afford to miss an episode of Safe Money Talk with Rick Lee Wag. Safe Money Talk is the show that bypasses the hype and hysteria and gives you the straight talk about threats to your life savings and how to build your fortress against threats such as higher taxes, inflation, and healthcare costs. Every Tuesday night from 6 to 7, author and financial expert Rick Lee Wag will discuss the issues that have the potential to impact your retirement and business income. Starting at 6 p.m. only on KCAA.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841. 909-888-6841. KCAA invites you to join Dr. Donald Gabriel Jolly for What's It All About? He's never without words.
I have an opinion about everything.
He talks about everything.
You can say I love you and be fired by the power of the crotch instead of the real meaning of love. You have an illness. It is called terminal acute hornitis.
Join Dr. Jolly for What's It All About? 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on KCAA 1050 AM.
In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Seth and Lindsay are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, great. We're glad to be here.
Good to have you. So you're here to do your debt-free scream. Where are you from?
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Fun. Well, welcome to Nashville. It's good to have you. So how much debt have you two paid off?
We paid $54,000 in 11 months.
Way to go. Boom. Making what kind of money?
We were making $95. Now we're making $110.
Excellent. Cool. Great incomes. What do y'all do for a living?
I'm a special ed teacher.
And I'm a Salesforce developer.
Oh, excellent. Very cool. Actually, we need one of those if you want to move to Nashville. We need like 6 of those, apparently. But yeah, cool. Very fun, dude. Well, congratulations, you guys. What happened 11 months ago?
Well, we got married.
Oh, okay. There's that.
Yeah.
So whose debt was this?
Both of ours.
I had a car loan, and we both had a bunch of student loans.
Okay. All right. And so what made you decide that this was one of the first orders of business of the new marriage?
Well, after we got engaged, we heard about Financial Peace University at our local church, and we got involved, and we decided that that was something that we really needed to do.
So we cash flowed our wedding, and then we started on our debt-free journey right after we got home from our honeymoon.
Very cool. Did you go? You went to the class as while you were engaged then?
Yes.
Yeah.
So part of your pre-marriage counseling, so to speak?
Yep.
Best choice we made.
Very good. Well, we're honored. Thanks. So you come home, and the very first thing you do is you spend the next year living on nothing.
Yes.
How romantic.
It took a little while getting used to, for sure.
I'll bet. So when did you guys get out of school?
I'm actually graduating in December.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I graduated in 2011.
Okay. All right. Fun. Very cool. So you're going to the church, you're engaged, you see the class, you go into the class, you go, okay, we're going to do this, and you get lined up and come back from the honeymoon, go straight into it. What was the hardest part for you guys for this year?
Probably not going to restaurants, not stopping shopping habits.
Had a lot of cheap Pizza Friday date nights.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Good. So did you have a lot of fights?
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah. The first couple months were the hardest. Tears the first couple months during our budget meetings, but then after that, we just joined together and worked as a team, and it's been smooth sailing from there.
Yeah. You know what's so cool is you've set a pattern in your marriage that if there's a monster, that the two of you can lock arms and kill the monster. You can gang up on the monster instead of the monster getting between you. Which a lot happens with a lot of marriages. And the monster can be anything. It can be whatever the challenge is that comes at you. But you guys had laid a challenge right in front of you, and you've already learned the life skill in your relationship to go kill monsters together. And that you can do anything now. I mean, you're incredible. You're so set up to win. This is awesome. Congratulations. How's it feel?
Hasn't quite sunk in yet.
Yeah.
We just paid it off a couple weeks ago, so this is the first month and the first vacation we've taken since we started this journey.
First time you went out to eat, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we went out for our anniversary, and now we came here, so it definitely feels different.
Well, the good news is Nashville's got a great restaurant scene, so you'll get some good food while you're here. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Well, congrats, you guys. So, what do you tell your friends that are engaged, that are you 2 years ago? What do you tell them the secret to getting out of debt is?
Start with a plan, have monthly budget meetings, put everything down on paper, so all of your expenses, and give your first 10% to God, and
yeah,
that's good.
Got it.
That's good. So, who's the natural saver and the natural spender?
I think we're both a little guilty of each.
And he saves a little bit more than I do.
He what?
He saves a little bit more than I do.
Okay, so yeah, because the pain points for you were the shopping and the going out to eat, and that was more a personal thing you were saying there. Yeah, it was the hard parts. Yeah,
it's normal, right?
Yeah, that's good. I like it. It's great. You've conquered the beast. I love it. You guys are incredible. Very, very, very well done. That's just excellent. And living on a plan and the communication styles and everything that you had to work through the first year of marriage anyway, but this almost gives you a format to do it, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very well done. All right. Seth and Lindsay, Hershey, Pennsylvania, $54,000 paid off in 11 months, making $95,000 now to $110,000. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. We're debt free!
Way to go, dude. Excellent, you two. You're rock stars. Very, very, very well done. Excellent. That is so seriously fun. You know, if you want to learn to work together like that as in a marriage, or if you're single and you just want to get control of your life, you know, the funny thing is when you get control of your money, you get control of a lot of the areas of your life. Because in order to get control of your money, you have to get control of those areas. It's kind of a chicken-egg thing. And if budgeting has been a struggle, I got some great news. You need to experience Every Dollar. EveryDollar.com is the website. It's a free online budgeting tool, a free app. The Every Dollar iPhone app is all free. And most people don't budget now because they think it's too time-consuming and too restrictive. Well, that's not what Every Dollar budgeters are saying. We now have over 700,000 people winning with money on Every Dollar. It's completely free. People are creating their first budgets in less than 10 minutes, and you can too. That's right. With Every Dollar, you can budget wherever and whenever that you want, and you can create your first budget at everydollar.com or through the Every Dollar iPhone app. So whether you prefer to do a budget on the large, big computer, or you want to do it on the small screen, or you can build it on the small screen and manipulate it with the build it on the big screen, manipulate it with a small screen. Our iOS developers just finished upgrading this thing so that now you can do everything on your phone if you want to. So pretty cool stuff, folks. Everydollar.com, the world's best budgeting tool. We furnish it to you free. How cool is that? That's very cool. It's incredibly cool, as a matter of fact. That's how cool it is. It's awesome, and we're honored to do it. Danny is with us in Seattle. Hi, Danny. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hello, Dave. Thank you very much for taking my call. I appreciate it, sir.
Sure. What's up?
Quick question for you. Might sound a little bit funny up front. My wife and I, we've been married for 16 years. We're in our mid-40s, 2 children, 12 and 14, and we believe we're on baby step 5. And we have a average annual income about $190,000. We have an emergency fund set aside. We save 15% a year, maxing out our 401ks and into our IRAs. About $125,000 saved in college education.
Great. And you're debt-free but your house?
Debt-free but the house.
Oh, you are? Then you are in baby step 5. Yeah, 5 and 6, actually. Yeah.
I think we are, sir. So here comes the question, and it involves our home mortgage. We have a primary, and it's a 30-year fixed. We did that about 7 years ago before listening to your show. And we also have a second, which is a HELOC. And here comes the rub here. It's a 2.7% variable. Its maturity date is 2028. That rate has not adjusted, Dave, in about 7 years. We have about $60,000 that's sitting in an after-tax portfolio outside of our IRAs and 401k. So my question is, do I take that $60,000 and put it towards the 123? I'm just tired of looking at that HELOC at 123,000.
Yeah, because well, basically you're at baby steps 4, 5, and 6. You do at the same time. 4 is 15% of your income going into retirement. You got that covered. Your 5 is kids' college, and 6 is we throw everything else at the house. So yeah, we would throw it at the house. I wouldn't have that money sitting there. I'd throw it at the house. That's baby step 6. So it's exactly what I would do. So yeah, you're right on. It's not a rub. It's exactly what I do. Thanks for the call.
This is KCAA.
California headline news: a new doctor-assisted suicide law still opposed by some people who say it may pressure certain people to end their lives prematurely. It could lead to potential abuses.
From doctors who have blanket immunity, the state of California, which needs to save money, HMOs, and certain hospitals, which see some people as cheaper dead than alive.
Randy Thomason with the group SaveCalifornia.com. He says the law also leaves the door open for murder cases because there's no way to prove the person who asked for the suicide medication chose to take it themselves. Governor Brown signed the bill into law yesterday. More Californians favor more tax hikes on cigarettes.
We actually find bipartisan support for that, with about 2 in 3 likely voters and 7 in 10 adults, and that includes majorities across parties.
Dean Bonner with the Public Policy Institute. Other possible tax measures garnered far less support. Kcaa weather, more dry conditions in the forecast expected through much of the state today before a big warm-up occurs later in the week. Jeff Scott, California News.
When you're running your own business, you're bound to be busy. Too busy. Too busy worrying about your budget. Too busy scheduling appointments. Too busy to build a website for your business. And because you're too busy, it has to be easy. And that's where Wix.com comes in. With Wix.com, it's easy for you to create your stunning website. Go to Wix.com and create your website today. It's easy and free. That's Wix.com.
Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the 2nd year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equalizing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
Employers, when hiring, it's important to look for character over knowledge and skill. Character is the key to business success. Find out why by tuning into Relationships 2.0 with Dr. Michelle Skeen and her guest, Bruce Weinstein, author of The Good Ones, 10 Crucial Qualities of High Character Employees. That's Relationships 2.0, Tuesday afternoon at 3 on KCAA 1050 AM.
We found the problem with your car.
And
Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
what?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, or check out the savings and place your order online. VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
KCAA invites you to celebrate the International Day Archaeology Expo Saturday, October 17th. The expo will be held at Hidden Valley Nature Center in Riverside. The expo brings the adventure of archaeology and thousands of years of history to you and your family. It runs from 10 till 3 Saturday, October 17th. For more information, go to info@heritageedu.com, info@heritageedu.com, or call 909-633-1279. That's 909-633-1279.
KCAA.
Good friend of mine stopped by the studio. Going to hang out with us here for a segment. This guy is an absolute machine. He speaks all over America and has since 1973, sharing his story with over 100,000 people a year. He does 200-plus speaking engagements every year. He and I have been friends a long, long time, and for every time I hear his story, I cry, and I've heard it 25 times. He is a world world-class presenter. David Ring is with us, and he's on. You see him on television all the time, on TBN, on Old Time Gospel Hour, Jerry Falwell, Focus on the Family. He's everywhere, and he and his wife Karen live here in Nashville, and they have 4 kids that are about the same age as my kids, and so our kids have always been friends growing up as well. And he's got a new book out. Welcome, David. Good to have you.
Thank you, Dave. Good to be here.
Honor to have you. The book is called The Boy Born Dead. Now, I know the story, but it's not, so that's not fair. But tell our audience the story of what happened to you at birth.
When I was born, I was stillborn baby. I was a dead baby. I was a blue baby. And therefore, they took my body and put it on a table because the oxygen could not get to the brain. And when I was born dead, my mama almost died. Therefore, they put me on the table, and I lay on the table 18 minutes without breathing. And all of a sudden, I came to life, and that's why I have cerebral palsy.
So you grew up with cerebral palsy. Talk about that.
Well, when I was 11 years old, my dad died. And being a special needs guy like I am, my mama overcompensated for everything in my life. She done everything for me, fed me, talked for me, clothed me. But when I was 14, Dave, my mom got sick and she went in the hospital, and 6 months later, on October 16th, 1968, my mama drew a lot of breath. And when my mom and dad died, I went into a deep, deep depression. My mama lied to me. She said, I will never abandon you, but yeah, she did abandon me. So when my mama died, they threw me out into a cold, cold world.
Yeah.
And people made fun of me. And when they made fun of me, after my mom died, I did not have anybody to go home to and tell them. So I lay in bed every day, every night, begging to die. Loneliness.
Now you're vastly successful. So what's the turning point? How did you turn it around? What happened? What turned your life around?
In the book, Boy Born Dead, a boy same age, David Wyman, he took a friendship, and he became my friend. And one night I went to church and I got born again. I got changed, and ever since April 17, 1970, when I said, God, I don't have nothing to give you. He said, good, I love working with nothing. I said, God, I don't have nothing but a broken heart. He said, good, I love broken things. People throw away broken things, but I will use broken things. And he took a cerebral palsy boy and turned his life around. I speak since 1973. I've spoken over 7,600 different churches, and I tell people all over the United States that God took my greatest liability, which is my speech, and my greatest asset. So cerebral palsy is not a handicap. It's not a disability. It's a platform for me to tell my story. And my story is that if God can use me, God can use anybody. And everything people told me I cannot do, I did. It's not about me. It's about God. And I just want to encourage my life and to go out and encourage other people. I speak every week, love to speak, love to encourage people. And I know you so about encouraging people. And I feel like if I tell them that God can use me, if God can use me, God can use them. And they've been a wonderful 42 years. I'm not supposed to live past the age 30, but I'm 61. Well,
you're kind of used to defying the odds.
Yeah.
Including the fact that you married up considerably. As did I.
So do you.
And 3 beautiful children.
4.
I missed it. Sorry about that.
3 girls and 1 boy.
Oh, I was leaving Nate out because he's not beautiful.
I know. But God bless me, Dave.
Yeah, beyond belief.
If God did not do anything else in my life, I will die a blessed man.
David Ring is my guest for this segment, a good friend of mine. And as he said, he speaks 270, 280 times a year all over America, all over the world for that matter. The new book, and it's a story that's overdue to be told, and it's a story you've got to read, is called The Boy Born Dead. And the friend that took him to that gospel meeting that caused him to meet God was David Weidman. And David is actually the author in a sense. I mean, it's his voice telling your story in the book. And so that I'm kind of interested to read this to see your story through his eyes. I mean, like I said, you and I have known each other a long time, and I've watched you inspire people. The first time I heard you speak, you walked up to the microphone. The first thing he said was, "I've got cerebral palsy. What's your problem?" So no excuses after that. No more excuses. That's the message. It's you can do it, and it's having a testimony is a wonderful thing. Getting one is a pain, but you've proven that God can take us and use us, and it's an inspiring life you lead, brother.
And Dave, when I die and go to heaven, we all gonna die. I'm going to ask the Lord one question. Why have you been so good to me?
There you go. The book is The Boy Born Dead. The author is David Ring. It's about his life. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Lifeway Christian stores, wherever great books are sold. You can also contact him at his website for speaking engagements, and you can get the book there as well, davidring.org. I will put my personal guarantee you will not be disappointed. Thank you, brother. It's an honor to be your friend.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks for stopping by. The Boy Born Dead. Get this book. This is The Dave Ramsey Show.
Announcing a new way to think about how money really works. Safe Money Talk with Rich Lewag every Tuesday at 6 to 7 here on KCAA, 1050 AM. Inland Body and Pain Center wants you to know that human trafficking is real. Hundreds of people, male and female, some as young as 10, are trapped, enslaved by people who have taken advantage of them. Some are immigrants, some are runaways, all are victims. This tragedy has been in the shadows far too long. If you suspect modern-day slavery is happening here in the Inland Empire, do not turn away. Contact the District Attorney's Office now. This important message is brought to you by Inland Body and Paint in Fontana.
With other companies days I always felt I was not kept in the loop. So coming to the final day at signing, I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. I just knew I had to sign a bunch of paper. But with Churchill Mortgage, I knew exactly what was expected of me and what was going to happen. There was no surprises.
Call Churchill Mortgage today or visit us online to discover why we're the only mortgage company Dave Ramsey has ever endorsed.
This is KCAA.
Your application looks great, but I'm not seeing any marketing experience.
The ad said mechanic needed.
Right, but I need a mechanic/marketing wizard. What do you know about reputation management?
Nothing.
Search engine optimization?
Is that under the hood?
Let Dex Media be your marketing department. We can help with any digital marketing solution from search to social. Contact Dex Media, that's DEX Media, to get found, get chosen, and get talked about. Call 844-230-3436 or visit dexmedia.com today.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that dropping out of high school was my decision. But as a single mom, that decision affected more than just me. To set an example, I had to be the example. I found a free high school diploma program at Learn for Life that fits around my busy life. I have a team of teachers, tutors, and counselors that really care. I learn at my pace in an environment that is safe and comfortable. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN4LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
It's time for some delicious food at Pizza Dilly. Pizza Dilly Pizza in Colton, home of the famous 2-foot pizza with 32 slices of simply the best delicious Pizza Dilly mouth-watering pizza. Pizza Dilly has all kinds of lunch specials Monday through Friday, starting at $3.99, all delicious. Stop by, refresh, refuel, have a cold drink, enjoy a tasty salad or a great specialty Dillylicious sub sandwich, or simply Dilly-lightful Pizza Dilly wings. Pizza Dilly is also People Dilly because your friends are all already there enjoying one of Pizza Dilly's giant screens, watching one of their favorite teams, and if you love the Dodgers, you'll love Pizza Dilly, your hometown Dodger station, all year round. Come on in, enjoy a great pizza, enjoy Pizza Dilly, the real Dilly deal at 194 East Valley Boulevard in Colton, or call 909-370-0242. Once again, that's 909-370-0242.
KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM congratulates On the Brink with Aaron and Tobin Brinker on their 2015 Inland Empire Ad Club nomination for Radio Show of the Year.
Hi. Thank you very much for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Well, I'm calling on behalf of my mother-in-law. She has a language barrier. She lives in California. We live in Colorado. And I'm trying to help her and counsel her on decisions that she needs to make.
Okay.
Just to give you a little bit of background, she's 74. She lives alone. She works full-time as an LVN. Currently, she has about $36,000 in credit card debt. She owes about $270,000 on her house and about $13,000 on her car. She makes about $6,785 a month. That's combined with her income, her Social Security, and her pension. Her living expenses are about $4,900, which left over gives her about $1,700 left over. And right now, the problem that we're having is that she has to replace the roof on her house. They've had like an 8-year drought in California. Her roof is in really bad shape. She has to replace it along with her fence that is separating the two houses, her neighbor.
Is it leaking? Is the roof leaking?
It is not leaking. However, they're expecting an El Nino very shortly in the next few weeks. And she's very concerned about that. So where she's at right now, since her original goal was to get a reverse mortgage, because ideally she wants to stop working. She doesn't want to, she's 74 years old. She wants to stop working.
What's the house worth?
The house at this We're estimating about $370,000.
There's no reverse mortgage on this.
I know, because then she'd have to come up with about $60,000.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
I know. For her,
she's going to have to stop spending more than she makes.
I agree. I completely agree. I sat down with her. I put all of her visual bills on a spreadsheet to show her where she's at, because she didn't really have a plan. And I kept telling her, okay, this credit card you have to pay off first, the smallest one. Then you got to go to this one. But where we're at right now is she has to get a new roof. And where is she going to come up with, $15,000?
You see, I have a different opinion. I don't think she has to get a new roof.
You don't?
Not today.
Yeah, but what happened?
Well, the roof's not leaking.
I know it's not leaking, but you haven't seen it. I mean, it looks like...
I'm not saying she doesn't need a new roof. I'm saying she doesn't have to have a new roof today.
No, she doesn't.
And she has $2,000 a month that she can save. What's the roof going to cost?
About $10,000.
Okay, so in 5 months, put a roof on it.
But then what does she do when she has to pay off? She's got 11 different credit cards.
Well, you pay minimum payments on everything. You told me her bills were that she had a $2,000 spread in her budget.
About $1,700.
Yeah. So pay your minimum payments on everything. Don't work on getting out of debt. Save up and pay cash for the roof. And I guess if you got to put a fence around it, I mean, you save up and pay for that. But I'm really, really questioning that one. But, I mean, that fence has been that way for 5 years. Now, all of a sudden, it's an emergency.
Well, it is because the gardener moved all the bushes, and it was the bushes that was really reinforcing the fence, and he removed them. And so now the fence is, like, drooping and ready to fall.
Oh, well. You have a droopy fence. So what? I mean, here's what's happened, okay? Every time that something comes up in her life, she goes and fixes it. With debt.
Yeah.
That's how she's got a $13,000 car debt at 74 years old and $36,000 in credit card debt at 74 years old. So we've got to break that cycle in her philosophy of life. So I wouldn't pay off any debt. I'd pay minimum payments, save up and put a roof on it. If you want to put $5,000 and do 2 more months or something and then do the fence, that's fine. If it shuts the thing up, that's okay. And then start your debt snowball. And let's get the credit cards paid off and the car paid off. So let's see, 36 is 49, 2,000 into that. That's going to take a little while.
It is. I know. And
that's another 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, there are consequences to bad choices.
Yeah. So 3 years from now, she could be debt-free but the house. And then what's she going to live on at 77?
Well, she'll have her Social Security and her pension.
How much of this $6,800 is those two things?
There's about $2,000 in Social Security and about $1,700 in pension.
So $3,700. Can she live on that if she didn't have any payments but the house payment? No, she can't afford this house, can she?
No.
Maybe it's time to go ahead and sell the house.
Where is she going to go?
Something cheaper.
Something cheaper. And here's the thing. Her thought was, well, if I refinance and pull out $15,000 to pay for the roof and the fence, her payment would actually drop about close to $400 a month based on the finance rate.
Yeah, but she still can't afford the house when she quits work.
Well, she might be able to if
a $290,000 mortgage on $3,700 a month. I don't know any mortgage terms that'll do that. Her house payment's going to be $2,000 minimum.
Well, if she were to refinance, it'd be about $1,700.
Which is 50% of her take-home pay when she retires.
Right.
We're just putting off the inevitable.
Yeah.
She cannot afford this house. She's not put herself in a position to keep it.
So if she was sitting right in front of you, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to move to something cheaper. Now, because it's going to happen sooner or later, and otherwise we're throwing good money after bad. I mean, you may want to put a roof on it before you move or whatever if she wants to fight, but I'm not going to participate in the math. And I'm going to say this, I would say it kindly to her. I'm being blunt with you.
I know.
But if I were sitting with a 74-year-old widow, I would say, honey, there's no math on the planet that allows you to stay with a $1,700 house payment and a $3,700 take-home pay. You can't survive. There's not enough room in your budget to survive. So what is our end game? Our end game, we're not headed towards something that is going to be successful. If we could save up and fix the roof and save up and fix the fence and then work our way out of debt, and then when she retired we'd be okay, then it'd be worth fighting for. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But she's not going to be okay.
But her thinking is that the value of her house will go up and she'll be able to do a reverse mortgage at some point.
No. They don't do reverse mortgages when the house is financed up to the gills. The only way you get to a reverse mortgage is when there's mega equity.
Yeah.
And the house would have to go up to $1 million or something before it would have that kind of equity. So if I can take her, what Stephen Covey says in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, begin with the end in mind. Mm-hmm. Where are we going with this story? And if I can take her to the end of the story and it's a good story, I don't mind going with the story. Or at least I can disagree and say, I hate reverse mortgages. They're a complete ripoff. Don't do them. But at least you could, if bar everything else, if we got to stay in this house or the world's going to come to an end, then fine, do that. But it's not going to happen here. There's nobody going to issue a reverse mortgage on a house with $300,000 owed on it unless it's worth over $1 million. Because the reverse mortgage is where they take your equity as a little bit at a time, where they send you payments. Mm-hmm. But if you don't have any equity to amount to anything, and she doesn't right now have any equity to amount to anything, then it's not going to work. So I'm sorry. I wish I had a different story. I wish I had a different thing. I don't see it. If y'all can find a way, I'm okay. I could be wrong, but I don't see how this ends anywhere good. If the only way this works is California real estate prices going crazy up like 300% in the next 5-6 years, and that's the only way your story works, then you don't have a good story. And that's what I'm hearing, and that's what I see. So I'm so sorry. What a sad situation. It's heartbreaking. I don't think you can refinance your way out of this mess. I really don't. I mean, you can try, and then ultimately later maybe sell the house. If you want to give it a run, there's no harm in that. You could refinance and pay off the roof and the fence and for that matter, pay off the credit cards and cut them up. Pay off the car if you can get enough equity out of the thing. Just clean it all up, and like you said, get down to a $1,700 payment. But then you need to be saving like crazy, because there's going to come a day that this house payment's going to be unaffordable unless something changes in her income scenario. That's what I'm afraid of. I wish I had like bright, sunshiny news, but I just don't. Sorry. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books. Our thanks to James Childs, our producer. Blake Thompson's our executive producer. Kelly Daniels, our associate producer and phone screener. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host, and we'll be back.
Kcaa invites you to support our very own Relationships 2.0 host, Michelle Skeen, in raising funds for the Ronald McDonald House Charities in the 38th Annual Chicago Marathon, October 11th. Every year, our MHC and its local chapters give more than 7 million children